Question number 14. This diagram shows three towns, C, D and E. The scale is 1 centimetre represents 20 miles. So the first thing that we need to write from that is that 1 centimetre is equal to 20 miles. I'm going to use that information in part C of the question. Now, it says, part A, the bearing of town D from town C is. So we need to work that out. Now the important thing is it says from town C. So we're measuring from this point C here, where they've already drawn a north line for us from town C. So we need to measure the angle from the north line that we would need to move round in a clockwise direction. So when we walk from C, we'd walk towards D. So we're going to draw a line, a faint line from C towards D, and then we're going to take our protractor and we're going to position that protractor at the point C with the centre of the protractor at the point C. So I'm going to start from measuring from north on the north line. So we've got naught on the north line there, and we're going to come round and we're going to stay on the outside scale here because we started on the naught on the outside scale on the north line. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66 degrees. So the angle from north line round to the line that goes through D from C is 66 degrees. So the bearing of town D from town C is 66 degrees, and remember with bearings, three-figure bearings, we need to have a 0 in front of it. Okay, that's because this angle in here from the north line is 66 degrees. Now part B, the bearing of town E from town C. So now we need to draw a line from C through E, and this time we need to measure the bearing that we would walk on would be the bearing from north line all the way around here to there. So what we can do is we can, with our protractor, we can go and measure. We know 180 degrees is all the way around from the north line, got the centre of the protractor there on C, 180 degrees all the way around to the bottom, so we can spin our protractor all the way around to the other side. And now if we position on there, so measuring from the bottom, effectively from the south line, all the way around, stay on the outside scale to 90, then 90 to the west, through to 165 degrees. So we know that our angle is 180 degrees plus 165 degrees. That's because with 180 degrees from north to south and then 165 from north all the way around to our red line there that goes through E. So 180 plus 165 is 345 degrees. We can also do it a different way. We can check here our angle from the north line working the other direction is 0, 10, 15 degrees. So the other way we can do it is we can say that 360 degrees take away 15 is equal to 345 as a check. Now part C says the distance from town D to town E. Now we know if we measure with a ruler from E to D is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 63 millimetres. Now 63 millimetres is 6.3 centimetres. So 6.3 centimetres. Okay, so if we multiply that by 20, we'll get 126 miles. So our distance in miles is 126 miles from E to D. I would multiply by 20 there because every 1 centimetre is equal to 20 miles. So if we multiply by 20, we'll get our distance of 126 miles.